Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Brooklyn, the home of the Nets. And let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk.
Well,
okay, David, much appreciated.
And, you know, the Nets have a pair of ABA titles to their name, still looking for their first title in the NBA, though. And have come close before, but never closed the deal back in the early 2000s.
So it's the Bucks now. It's a 5-point game. Young outside to the middle. They get a hand on it. Now here's Vasquez. He's guarded closely. Pass to LeVert. Stolen by Dellavedova. Here's Parker. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
You know, when you're defending Parker, you've got to be very careful. I mean, if you're going to foul this guy, don't let him get a clean shot off as well.
And going back to the Nets in their title quest, the 2 ABA titles are nothing to scoff at. Those were incredible teams.
Based on what I've read, they absolutely were. I wish I could go back in time and see those championship runs live. I mean, 74 and 76. Amazing for the Nets franchise, led during those years by Dr. J, who was dominant, unlike any player we had seen to that point, from my understanding. They were the last team to win the ABA title before they merged into the NBA.
Here's a Teletovic is checked in for Milwaukee. Vasquez with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. No one covering.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Now here's Prez. He's tightly guarded. A 3-ball. Sinks the triple. Kane's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. With all the talk about the OJ duo, and rightfully so, what gets lost in the chatter is the growing bond between Levens and Prez on this team.
And Levens doesn't play a lot, but he is a big presence on the end of that bench as he keeps guys motivated and their heads in the game. Not a surprise to see those two be so close.
No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. No good on the triple.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
5 on the clock. Here's Vasquez. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Prez kicks to Henson. And it's blocked.
The 7'2" wingspan of Hollis Jefferson paying off right there. His defense can be suffocating.
Bucks trail by 8. To the middle, 6 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Here's Vasquez. Kicks it to Lopez. From outside the arc. No good on that last second attempt there. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league from going.
I wasn't sure, you know, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
On the court for the Bucks, Kane in its small forward. Young is out there with Levin. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you. Prez kicks to Plumlee. It's good. This game is all even.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch, just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
Now the Nets made the move to hire.
What's up?
And so it's a...
Let's go, gentlemen. We still have one more half. Hey, if we...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half. Checked in for the Nets. The Bucks also changing it up. Kane, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Young is subbed in for Chris Middleton. They've got Brook Lopez. Scola out there with LeVert. Then there's Foy, and it's Lynn in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. He gets that one.
Even with high-intensity defense surrounding Prez, he makes these shots look simple. I mean, that's a gift, folks. He takes his time, stays in rhythm, and doesn't mind the pressure.
Foy dishes to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. LeVert, and again, it's the Nets missing. Bucks leading by 3. Parker passes to Young, feeds it to Prez. Back to Young, over to the left wing. Monroe kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Kane, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. You look back at what every all-time great has in common, and the common link, the common theme, is their great work ethic. Prez has taken great strides to mimic the work of those that came before him.
And you can always find Prez in the gym trying to improve his game. I mean, he knows what it takes to get to the highest level, and kudos to him for keeping his nose to the grindstone.
What you like about the O.J. tandem is that they both seem to feed off each other when they get it going. They become unstoppable.
It's like when one makes a shot, the other's eyes light up, and they say, oh, it's go time. Makes for the snowball effect in terms of scoring between the two.
And that one drops for him.
And, you know, Prez's ability to capitalize on these and-one chances are why he's so respected in the game of basketball. Superior strength on display there.
And the Bucks making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Vasquez dishes to Lopez. From downtown. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 4th rebound in this one. And you look at the roster of these Bucks. So many players on the team that can rise up and embarrass a defender. Not only can this team throw it down, They're looking to throw it down.
Yeah, they want to wreck that rim as much as they can. And if I had the leaping ability of guys like Giannis and Parker, I'd be doing the exact same thing. The Bucks actually led the league in percentage of shots that were dunks in 2016. They are an entertaining bunch and a throwdown group worth watching.
Passes to Kilpatrick. Lopez outside. Lopez a screen. Here's the pass to Vasquez. Here's LeVert. They need this. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. LeVert's got 6.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Young outside. It's Young on the wing. 11 feet away. That shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
And it's LeVert missing.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Kane, that's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Don't quit until the final buzzer goes off. Now let's finish this and go home.
The separation there in the Big Apple. I mean, the older crowd remains loyal to the Knicks, but the transplants to the city and the younger fans kind of gravitating towards the Nets. It's an interesting dynamic for somebody looking at it from the outside in.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Parker, and Levens is subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And a comparison here as we get a look at the last 5 games of steals and fouls, as well as the current season numbers of those stats for Young. Bucks leading by 8. And here is Prez. 15 points in the game. And Henson with the bucket on the assist from Prez. Kane's got 5 assists in the game. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Knocked away. Here's LeVert. Offensive rebound. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you hate to give Lopez an easy one around the rim, but you don't like sending him to the line either.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
Now here's Vasquez. He feeds it to Lopez. With 2 seconds left, the shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Vasquez has got his 4th assist in this one. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play should begin momentarily. On the court for the Bucks, Kane, he's in at 3. Young is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 spot. Shoots from the line. Scola, no luck.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Young passes to Antetokounmpo, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the free shot. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Lynn kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Lynn. The 17-footer goes down. And the Nets lead by 1.
And Lynn is no stranger to the big moment. He shines brightest when he needs to with these kinds of baskets.
Young against Lynn. Lock at 6. And it's Carter Williams in the corner. And the Bucks miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And it's off from three-point range. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for Brooklyn. Lopez comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Luis Scola in for LeVert. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Lynn dishes to Lopez. Back to Lynn. Lopez sets a screen for Lynn. That shot no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. Young passes to Kane. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 2. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Here's Parker. It's good.
Really impressed by the attitude of Parker. Commanding the rock in crucial moments. That's big.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And so he drops them both.
Bring it in. Take a seat. Listen up. We have these guys back on their heels. And now they're playing like they're desperate. Now let's stay sharp and finish strong.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. To stop the run, connects! And now they trail by just 4.
And what about the composure of Lopez? Fantastic.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
17 seconds left in the fourth. There's the dish to Foy. Shoots the 3. Connects from downtown.
And a close game like this, Bogdanovich coming up big with that basket.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Scola from downtown. Good defensive work there by Young. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
Hey, Shaq here. Great night for you offensively. Did you feel you had a matchup advantage on this one? Did you feel he was barbecue chicken trying to guard you down there on the post?
Come on, man. I don't think I had a huge advantage or mismatch, but I was able to get into a position I felt real comfortable creating from, And a lot of it was just finding situations that I can get an edge in, and that's where I was able to help the team.
I don't know what you saw, but every time he tried to guard you, I was like, barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. Great game, freak.
Thanks, man. Now I'm hungry.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. See you.
Good night.